I told you the line is not dead because of you. Yo, neighbors. So we had the FanStream today, March 8th, 2023. A lot of really cool stuff they showed us today, and I kind of like the new format. We're just going to break into that real quick. Let's see, we got 3 name drops, 4 render reveals, and 8 releases with some new price points, and pre-orders went live. So I'll throw some links down there, but let's get into it. Sorry, I didn't mean to smack you in the face. I didn't have anything to hold up this week. So, big difference between last week and this week. On social media, we had a lot of people saying the line was dead, all based on this guy. That's one figure. That is one figure. Today, it should prove to a lot of people that this line is going nice and strong. So today we had 3 name reveals. That was Quick Kick, which I think people are excited about. I really want them to go classified with this one. And what I mean is more of a modern update, not a straight up retro style, a real American hero. Let's get back to the classified versions. Nice modern tweaks with a hint to the past. After that, we got Mutt and Junkyard. So I know a lot of people are very excited to get Mutt. Who doesn't want Junkyard? Junkyard actually makes an appearance on one of the packages coming up. And then we got Big Boa. Big Boa for me, I'm not that excited, but I know a lot of people really like that figure. He was originally supposed to go up against Rocky Balboa, which is probably where you get the boa from. We'll go into that when we get that figure in hand. 4 render reveals today. So we start off with Tunnel Rat, one of my all-time favorites, still is. Can't wait to see him with an official reveal, an official product reveal. Then we got Firefly. I don't know if that's going to be the retro series or classified series, but he's definitely done up as a retro. And this is what's left of my Firefly. I think I can fix him. There's a stripped screw back there, but either way, I held on to it because it's one of my all-time favorite characters, and I think they finally did him justice. The Cobra Island one is still one of my favorites. But this is where we get torn as classified collectors. We want them to look new and modern, but at the same time, we want that classic feel. Next up is Shadow Tracker. Shadow Tracker looks amazing. Now, he came out when I was done collecting, but this figure looks incredible. He almost looks like if Predator were a human being. So he looks really cool. I can't wait to see the true product reveal for this character. Then we had our mainline reveals. These were the official product reveals. First one here, it's not necessarily in the order Hasbro did it, but first one we got here was Copperhead. Really cool. The detail is amazing. I can't wait to get this one in hand. Of course, I think we're all kind of upset about not getting the water moccasin, but that is a large vehicle. Well, I guess it would be a mid-size vehicle, but I don't think that Hasbro has really flirted with that yet. So we can get vehicles like the Vamp, the Stinger, the water moccasin. Some of those smaller scale, they're bigger than the Pod, they're bigger than Serpentor's Chariot, but not quite as big as the HasLab Hiss. But Copperhead needs his water moccasin. Kind of feels incomplete. You know, we'll all still get them though. A lot of people are 3D printing that, so they're out there. And it's funny, I don't know if this was intentional or not, but during their live stream, they referred to Copperhead as being a motorboating son of a bitch.
You motorboating son of a bitch, you old sailor, you.
Maybe I embellished on that just a little bit, but that's what I got from that. The next up was Bazooka Classic. So, they really did another nice job with Bazooka. We already know what he looks like. They are going back to the classic colors. It's the only one I noticed that still had artwork. So we'll get into that a little bit more, but it seems like they're going away from the artwork, and you'll see what I mean in a second. We got a reveal of Torpedo today. He looks amazing. The gear looks amazing. You get a lot with the classified series. Torpedo, and a great candidate for Fumbles. If you know who Fumbles is, you're going to want to get yourself an extra Torpedo so that you can customize your own Fumbles. I'll leave a link to Fumbles, so if you don't know who Fumbles is, Torpedo is basically the base for Fumbles. Just click the link in the description. It's a robot chicken thing. You'll love it if you don't know what it is.
It's Fumbles. It was always Fumbles.
Then we got to see Shipwreck. So excited about Shipwreck. They did a really nice job with this one. Yes, it does scream a real American hero. There is a version of Shipwreck that I like. I'll find a picture and put it up right here. I really was kind of hoping they would go with this one. It seems a little more modern, but there's no denying this Shipwreck. This is still my all-time favorite version of Shipwreck. He's got Polly with him. He's got the Austin Powers chest hair. I'm really excited to get this one on pre-order and hopefully in hand sooner than later. Now, as far as truly modernizing these characters, they did a really good job with the next two. Rock and Roll. First of all, he's got a crazy cool beard. They really did a nice job with the tattoos, modernizing him. Not in the classic OG 13 green. This is more of a modern military attire, like a two-tone thing that he's got on. That just leads to, will we get a retro version of Rock and Roll, or maybe an original OG 13 pack? That would be really expensive. But that could be a HasLab. It could be something offered on Pulse. Then we got Scrap Iron. They did a really cool job with Scrap Iron. This is the first time we see a removable helmet for this character. Almost looks like a Josh Brolin Cable almost, but you can see that he's been in the field for a while. I can't wait to get this figure in hand. They did a really nice job. Now, they also talked about how we could use a lot of the blast effects and things that come with Scrap Iron with other figures like Bazooka. So I'm really excited to see what they meant by the statement, and I'm hoping to go over that with a friend in an upcoming video where we can maybe break that down. Then they showed us the Hasbro Pulse exclusives, Snow Job. This one is only available on Hasbro Pulse. You do not have to be a member. So there's a lot of people that get confusion by that. You do not have to be a member. You can just only get it on Hasbro Pulse. And that's in the US. I believe in Canada, they may work with GameStop or another outlet to get it out to Canadian collectors. But if your country has a Hasbro Pulse, that's where you can get them. Can't wait to get them. And then finally, they showed us the female Cobra Trooper 2-pack, the Valkyries. These look really amazing. They come with a ton of extras, just like the Viper 3-pack with all the blast effects. And finally, some female Cobra Troopers, which I know a lot of people want. It looks really cool. So throughout this, they also addressed 3 price points. So like a pricing ladder is what they mentioned. $24.99 for the mainline exclusives. A new semi-deluxe $34.99. I know that was Snow Job. Scrap Iron is a deluxe at about $44.99. And then the Valkyrie 2-pack is another Pulse exclusive, and that one was $54.99. So basically what they were laying out for us today is the pricing ladder going forward, or at least for 2023. And then finally, when it came time to pre-order, if you go onto Hasbro's site or Amazon, you'll see that the new packaging, they are going away from the artwork. They're going for a more unified look. So there's still some artwork there. I noticed that it's on the side and in the lower corner, but basically they have the characters in poses and a ton of Easter eggs. The first one I saw that I reported on earlier was the Arctic Bats, which I mentioned in a previous review of the Crimson Bat that they would probably be offering that. I'll leave a link to that somewhere. But I thought they were slick, and they put that in there for us to see. Then I realized once we were pre-ordering that there was a ton of Easter eggs on the actual upcoming boxes, which is really cool. So here are some of the Easter eggs broken down. I was going to clip them together. A friend of mine pointed out that an Instagram and Twitter user by Plastic Battles actually already put it together. So I reached out to Plastic Battles and I asked them if I could use these pictures. That is something I will always do. I don't like when other YouTubers just take other people's content without mentioning who they got it from. So Plastic Battles, thank you. I'll link your accounts below. So I'll go through these again real quick and we can break it down maybe in an upcoming video. With Snow Job, we not only got the Arctic snow bats, it looks like on his box cover, we got the snow cat and we got the polar bear from A Real American Hero episodes. I'm sure a lot of people noticed on the Shipwreck box that there is a red bike in the background. It's from a famous PSA that they did at the end of A Real American Hero.
Uh-oh. Looks like you're asking for trouble now.
Shipwreck!
How would you like it if someone took your bike?
For Scrap Iron, we have the bus in the background from Arise, Serpentor, Arise. That's where all the bats came out of the bus. For Rock and Roll, we got the Defiant behind him, which is obvious we're getting it for a HasLab. Not really. For Torpedo, we got the green worms from the Worms of Death. That was in the Mass Device arc, the first 5-part miniseries for G.I. Joe. For Classic Bazooka, there's a blurry figure in the background that looks like the Python Patrol Crimson Guard, which was leaked earlier, and it's kind of an oxymoron. I don't know how it's still a Crimson Guard if it's Python Patrol. And then for the Valkyries, there is a dog in the background. That looks like it's Junkyard. There was an episode where Cobra was mind controlling the dogs. That's what I'm getting from that one. And then for Copperhead, I wasn't really sure what the Easter egg here was, but I do remember that temple being there. Somebody pointed it out online, but I couldn't find the info. And then that's basically it. That's just a quick wrap up from today. You can go to the Hasbro Pulse YouTube page and watch the entire reveal, which probably has better information in it. But let me know in the comments, are you pre-ordering? Are you skipping any? Did Falcon kill the line for you? It didn't for me. I'm really excited. I'm looking forward to all these upcoming pre-orders and seeing where this line goes. All right, I hope I wrapped that up for you pretty quickly, and I'm looking forward to the new stuff. Hey, where are my flashlights? When other YouTubers